Welcome to the Uncle Ali podcast with me, your Uncle Ali. I know I've not been here in a while, but we're back. Brand new studio, better equipment, and we're going to be more regular. Today, I want you to look at yourself honestly. Not the version you tell people about yourself, not the version from you 5 years ago, not the version of you think you could be if you really tried. I want you to look at the version of you here today because your body doesn't lie. Your conditioning doesn't lie. Your habits don't lie. Your energy doesn't lie. Because your body's telling a story. And today I want you to stop arguing with that story. Because most men they don't stay weak because they don't know, what to do. They stay weak because they refuse to look, they refuse to listen. They avoid the mirror. They avoid the scale. They hide behind work, stress, age, kids. They hide behind old versions of themselves. You are where you are because of what you have repeatedly done. And you will become something different when you repeatedly do something else. Simple concept. And the thing with it is weakness compounds. James Clear said, you do not rise to your goals, you fall to the level of your systems, or you fall to your systems, should I say. Because small daily habits compound over time. They make you the man you need to become. Whether that's good or bad, the habits you do will compound. You don't suddenly become overweight. You don't suddenly become unfit. It's a gradual process you haven't realized until it's eroded away at your body. You don't suddenly lose confidence in the same mindset. You don't suddenly become incapable of defending yourself. It's one skipped session, one bad night, one poor meal, one broken promise to yourself. It looks like nothing, and then one day all of a sudden your body, your energy, your whole identity has shifted completely. Your habits, well, it's like compound interest. Your current body is not just a body, it's evidence of what you did or haven't did. And that's how you're going to make the change. Because identity is built through reps. The same with your mindset. Sometimes you'll hear advice and it's only like the 5th or 6th, 7th, 10th, 100th time you fucking heard it that you finally go, oh, fuck, okay. I get it now. Repetition creates conviction. The actual book, Atomic Habits by James Clear, it's not really about habits. It's actually about identity. Because most men say they want to lose weight, but the better question of that is, what does a healthy man do today? Most men say, I want discipline, but the better question is, what does a disciplined man do when he doesn't feel like training? You see, your identity is built through evidence. Every workout is a vote. Every healthy meal is a vote, and every early night is a vote. Every honest check-in with your coach is a vote. Every time you do what you said you would do, it's a vote for your new identity, the new man you want to become. Every time you break that word to yourself, however, you vote for the old one again. And that's a mind shift I need you to have this year, for the rest of this year. You see, ego protects this lie, and ego is the enemy. Ego, ego's you lying to yourself. Ego's a part of you that, well, hates you testing yourself and seeing where you're at right now. It tells you you don't need this. You don't need a coach. You don't need to transform. You you already know what to do. You're not that bad. You used to be fit. You could get in shape at any time. And that voice sounds confident, but it's usually fear in disguise. And most men don't lie themselves fucking maliciously. It's just you're protecting yourself. You remember who you used to be, the younger version of yourself, the fighter, the athlete. But the question is, who are you now? Are you you fucking used to be? The past doesn't protect your family, boys. Your old fitness doesn't help you when you're under pressure. The old discipline you used to have doesn't carry your body anymore. Your current capability, your current strength, and your current standards do. You see, ego hates being a beginner. Hates being a beginner again. And sadly, whenever we change our lives, you end up as a beginner again. When you're out of shape, you're starting again, you feel like shit, you're gassing out. Oh, your ego takes a whack because it hates being a fucking beginner. It hates feedback. It hates looking weak. And humility shows you the truth. Shows you where you're weak. Shows you what needs work. It shows you what you've ignored. A humble man can improve. The arrogant man, he defends where he's at. The humble man learns. The arrogant man explains. The humble man trains and the arrogant man talks about it. Get rid of your ego. Turn your humility into action. Because you need to own everything. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin is a good example of this. Great quote in it says, "It's not what you preach, it's what you tolerate. And everything changes when you stop blaming and take full responsibility." You can know you're overweight and still blame stress. You can know you're unfit and still blame time. You can know your discipline is poor and you still blame work, but ownership removes the exit doors. You're the leader of your body, the leader of your habits, the leader of your family, the leader of your family's standards, the leader of your future. If your health is not where it needs to be, you've got to own it, not in shame, not feeling guilty for it, but with power. Because blame makes you weak, and having ownership helps you take over control again. When things go wrong, a leader, a real man, looks in the mirror first, not at the job, not at your partner, not your kids, not your schedule, not your genetics, not your age. Fucking you. Because your standards is what you tolerate. Every man has standards in his head. I'm the kind of man who trains. I'm the kind of man who protects his family. I'm the kind of man who handles pressure. I'm the kind of man who doesn't quit. But what do you tolerate? What have you been tolerating? The missed sessions, the poor sleep, the shitty convenient food, being out of breath, walking upstairs, being reactive, tired, stressed. Your real standard is not what you say. It's what you repeatedly allow. So what have you been avoiding? You've listened this far. We're 9 minutes into it. So if you really want to change, I'm going to help you. You can take some photos right now of where you look at right now. Look at them. Ask yourself, is this what you want to be? Record your body weight. Measure your belly, your waist size. Then go to the gym. Do a conditioning test. Get on the rowing machine. The Concept 2 rower. Give yourself 5 rounds of 500-meter row with a minute break. How quickly can you do your 500-meter splits? Under 2 minutes is a beginner. If you're over 2 minutes, you're very unfit. That's your first gauge. Under 1:45, that's fit. Do it, see where you're at. It's a very simple test. And you can do it right now. Get a piece of paper. Write down what have you been avoiding and what is the excuses for it. And if you were a coach, what would you tell yourself? Take yourself externally out of your body, and what would you tell yourself? I know it's fucking hard, by the way. Listen, you've got a family, people rely on you. Fucking money's more important, so you're putting everything into that and you're struggling to balance everything. Fuck, I get it. I'm there myself sometimes. But we all know that's a fucking bullshit excuse because you could fit at least a couple of sessions in. Do more than what you're doing. See, just because you're busy doesn't mean you have to eat a fucking McDonald's, does it? Does it mean you can't still track your calories, eat your protein? Does it mean you have to have a beer every weekend? Not until you're in shape. Nothing wrong with drinking. Under the right circumstances. Like I say, I get it. But I'm keeping you accountable as your Uncle Ali. Because if you don't put your health first, well, life is going to force you to put it first at some stage in your life. And whether it's through a confrontation where you're not prepared for, or it's a health consequence, it will come first at some stage, and then nothing else will fucking matter but your health. And I don't want you looking back at that stage and thinking, fuck, I wish it did. I wish I listened to the advice. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for you. Going to be doing these daily again. And if you're looking for coaching this year, you want to join my team, click the link below.